This is the top 15 tips to get good fast and learn the things I wish I knew before I started playing. Keep watching until the end, as the more important tips will be there and you may also learn something, even if you're an experienced player. Let me know in the comments if you know any tips I missed after pressing the like button, subscribing and hitting the bell. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Tip number 15. Settings. The first two settings relate to comfort. If you are used to FPS in VR, it's recommended for immersive for the first one and off for the second. Next is left or right handed. This will be the hand you hold your weapon in. Forward motion relates to which direction you will go forward on the controller relative to the way your hands are facing, or your head. I prefer head personally. Snap turning is my preferred method as it lets you turn quickly. Degrees relates to how many degrees you turn in snap turning. In the weapon settings, responsive is better for aiming quickly, but can be less smooth when moving the weapon around sometimes, but snappier and quicker to aim. You can fine tune the settings with motion dampening and offhand influence sliders. Grip toggle on lets you instantly grip the weapon stock when you press the left grip. I prefer it turned off. Fiddle with the settings until you get them just right for how you play. It's worth looking at all the settings to make them suit your playstyle and tailor them to give you an advantage in game. Next up is tip 14. Looting early game. Collect the best weapons, as much ammo, as many shields, as many backpacks and healing items as you can. In early game, I avoid grenades as they take up a valuable space in your backpack, but they can be effective at later game. Each backpack you pick up unlocks an extra space with a max of 6 slots. Next up is tip 13. You learn this in a tutorial, but most new players forget. You need to press the right thumbstick down in order to reload your weapon before the mag is empty. It's best to do this in cover, then re-engage your target. Tip 12 is hip fire. At close range, it's almost better not to look down the sights, as this takes slightly more time. Also, the game gives you a red crosshair to give you an indication where your rounds will land. It's slightly less accurate than looking down the sights, but at close range, the speed at which you engage is what matters most to me. Tip 11. When climbing, it makes sense to climb as fast as possible to make yourself a harder target to hit. You can also climb even faster by throwing yourself up, but you will need to time it right and you'll need to practice. If you play for hours, your shoulders will hurt the next day, but it is a good workout. Tip 10. After you pull the handle to deploy your pod downwards, you can open your arms like a bird's wings to leave early. Put your hands by your side to fall faster, and just before hitting the ground, put your arms out to stop any fall damage being applied to your health. Tip 9. Fall damage. At full health, you cannot lose all of your health, according to this boy.
You could fall all the way from that big tower, and you would only take 20, and you would only be at 25 health.
Just for a side note, most players who play the game are aged between 17 and 27, but you can expect to play with players aged 10 to 60. How old are you? Let me know below.
Oh, what? The storm's already here?
Tip 8. There are 2 different ways to drop stuff. You hold A to access your quick view backpack. If you point at the weapon you no longer want, you can drop it quickly with the right grip button, but be aware that you must reload any weapon you pick up after you drop it. If you hold A and select your backpack, you can also drop ammo and weapons for your teammates. Tip 7. When you die, you turn into a ghost, just like you do on World of Warcraft. You move much more slowly as a ghost for both walking and flying. However, you climb the same speed as when you were alive. So use this to your advantage by ghost flying towards your teammates after you've climbed up somewhere so they can revive you. A bonus tip is that you can also spy on the enemy teams and report intel back to your team if needed, as only your team can see you as a ghost. If all 3 of you die, it's game over and back to the lobby. But you can also spectate the match, which is really fun actually. It is actually quite fun for like flying around, and you can go right up to them and they look like little sort of action men or action ladies.
Zing. Holy shit! Wait. Are you kidding? Look, he's gonna hit him just because there's a little arm is sticking out. Oh, no, he missed. Oh, and Dustin, your eyes got again. Yeah, they're getting solo carried.
30 seconds.
Oh, all of his teammates died. Hopefully this is the end of Zink, or if anyone can actually hit a shot on him.
GG.
Little Sweat Lord lost.
That was really dope.
Yeah, honestly, congrats.
I wish I could friend that guy.
Yeah,
Is
he's
that
honestly
play?
pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
I got an extra shotgun if you want. Oh,
Tip number 6, sharing is caring. Make sure you share your ammo and weapons with your teammates if they need them. It makes sense and can make a difference between winning and losing. Tip number 5. If you wish to move faster in the game, flying is the way. When attempting to reposition quickly or escape the circle, simply climb up any object, spread your wings and fly in the direction you wish to travel. Tip number 4. When you spot an enemy, press the B button to mark them. It's no good shouting, "He's over there!" Marking can make a difference between winning and losing a match, so mark everything and everyone you see. You can also quick mark items and mark places of interest for your team using the same method. Tip number 3. You can revive teammates by pressing A and selecting the cross from the menu. I have a couple of important tips for this mechanic. If you rub the revive pads together in a circle rather than just up and down, the pads charge much more quickly. Also, if you are the only one alive in your team, you can revive up to 2 teammates with 1 charge, but you need to make sure they are both near you before you revive them.
get to the corner of the zone.
Stay there, stay there. Charge. Charge. Help.
Just stay behind.
Tip number 2. Use the advantage of height and cover when in combat, reloading behind cover when possible.
Almost got me. There's 3. There's another one. There's another one behind those walls.
Switch to a close range weapon when you run out of ammo or enemies are at close range.
That one. Oh.
Notice the high pitched noise, which means the squad is totally wiped and can no longer have a chance to revive. But also be aware that there could be other teams around, so don't just presume because you wiped a team there isn't another team nearby waiting to pounce. Tip number 1, as promised, I save the best tips until last. Good communication and map awareness is the key to success. Be patient when engaging, don't engage teams when they are fighting each other, gain height, get close and wait to pounce. Then you will greatly increase your chance to secure a victory.
There's another one behind that.
Battle zone is now shrinking.
Oh. Game. Nice.
And don't forget to celebrate if you win.
Monkey dance.
And add friends so you can play with them again together. You can also add friends by fist bumping with that weird implant on your right hand. Now you know what it's for. Bonus. Overall, I think this is a great game and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to play this on the Quest 2, you'll have to be quick if you don't have one, as they are going like fudge fingers at Fat Freddy's birthday party. Check my Amazon links below and let me know if they're still in stock. Drop me a sub and a bell as I have more population want content to come. Leave me a like for the YouTube algorithm. Let's see if we can reach 30 likes. Smash that like button. Also, you should write a comment with your tips for the game, as there was always something new we can learn together. Keep an eye out for me in game, 100% Jim, and I will see you later.